Hey everyone, so I'm recording this completely off the cuff because I just wanted to say thank you all so much for giving these silly little videos all those views. Like, my god, man. Seriously though, it does mean a lot to me that both of those goofy videos have generated so much support, because not only did I manage to reach 1,000 subscribers with this channel, which is I'm still coming to terms with that. We have managed to generate, with both these videos combined, 115,323 views. I am just completely and utterly baffled. Thank you all so much for all of your support. This is just... man, proper English, please. So with that in mind, I also wanted to state that for this series in particular, this will be the last fully fledged video that'll come out for this series. This is because that I also wanted to incorporate any other future mod for Path 9 that comes out into shorts. So for that reason alone, it would be a little less work up for my hands, and it would be a lot more manageable and just not overly cluttered for my channel. I certainly hope that's okay with everyone, as well as the fact that not everything in this video is going to be 110% serious, just like the other ones, alright? I don't want no naysayers in the comment section, alright? That's too much work to clean up. That being said, please, enjoy the video.
The Dimetrodon has been a long-anticipated mod, and I'm happy to say it is excellent. A little overtuned sometimes, but overall it's an incredibly amazing mod. If you main the Dimetrodon, you are just happy to have this animal in one of these dinosaur games to begin with. Otherwise, you are on par with things like Megalania, or some of the pre-pounce update creatures, except you're actually good. You do decent damage, you do reflective damage on being hit, and so on. So, yeah. Rock on, dude. Go remake the intro to Walking with Monsters.
Last time we covered the Smilodon, we highlighted that the mod was the first for its publisher, and that the creature lacked consistency with its effectiveness, with the players that mained them being in that field as well. The stereotypes for people that use this new one are essentially the same, but I just wanted to highlight the improvements of this creature. This is without a doubt a major improvement over the original. The fur looks immensely better, the saber-toothed cat looks like an actual kitty, and it overall offers more consistency in terms of its abilities. Well done.
If you play the new Moraquile, you really want to be Seregios or Rathalos. Unfortunately, you are bad at swooping, just like you were before. Stop. Land. Use the claw swipe.
You know, people were pretty excited to see Absentia's take on Acrocanthosaurus, as the new one was long overdue. Aside from needing animation tweaks, it was honestly worth the wait, and if you picked this guy as your main, it was either the impulse of playing as a new creature, or you just can't stand to look at all the other apexes anymore and just want to be different to an extent.
There are two types of PT Utah remodel players. There are your furries who hang out in chill servers, jump up on rocks, and type in chat all day, channeling their inner Docta after leaving the Isle. And of course, you have the try-hardest of tryhards. The ones who saw its cool stam-draining kick, or the armor-piercing kick, and that debuff call that removes buffs and said, yeah, I can take on the world. Unfortunately, they are massive cowards at the same time, and as soon as they start losing, say, against a cryo, they start jumping onto the sides of cliffs or on top of rocks, and will not fight you until their baby has teleported all 5 other members of their pack, at which point they can only beat you by outnumbering you. Oh, just a little guy. Just a little guy. Just a little man, little dude, little goober. You really, really wish you could play EVRIMA. Oh, no. If you play as this living pile of feces, you are a plague. You desire excess and to brag about being better than everyone else, especially anyone you deem as trying to be you. And you are not better. You are trash.
In light of outright, just heinous crocodilian mods, we have what is arguably a much better alternative. Kaprosuchus was another anticipated mod for me personally, since it's one of my favorite prehistoric crocodilians, and seeing it get the treatment it gets in Path made me a lot happier than it probably should have. That being said, the mains are something else. You thought the raptor and terrorbird mains were annoying? Well, imagine them, but they learned how to swim. It's as scary and as annoying as you're thinking. So, that there Bloop, huh? Well, I mean, from appearing once in a while, I mean, there's nothing really much going on with it, aside from being inspired off some really cool artwork. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about this one. It's been removed from the mod list how many times, and so little amount of people have played it, so I'm kind of stumped on this one, guys. Sorry.
If the Divine Beast Ampulo is your main, you are the excessively timid Anno. Unlike Anno mains, who are that, you are incredibly timid. You stick to yourself, you don't want to fight, but if you are forced to, you play like an Anno player. Unfortunately, you die. You just die.
If you main Australovenator, everyone in the server knows this one thing about you. You are mentally insane. You play as a dinosaur that is very hard to hit and is very annoying both in sound design and in overall gameplay, and everybody hates you for it. But you don't care, because you know that they will be the ones who have the last laugh.
PEEEETAAAAAH, Nasuto's here.
No, in all seriousness, if you play this thing, you probably just really like Nasutoceratops in Jurassic World media, or you heard about the Peter Griffin skin.
If your main Path of Titans is either of the Dryptosaurus, you're just kind of there? I guess that's the best way to put it. Because, I mean, it's not like that Dryptosaurus aren't uncommon on servers as mods, but so little people play as them, it's almost like they're a cryptid sighting. Alright, so, hey, remember how much Divine Beast Deinosuchus sucked, and how it's unintentionally a sour attempt to one-up KDO's Dino with its stats being overtuned, its abilities being pretty much the same? Well, they upped that ante with their Giganotosaurus, and dare I say, it is arguably worse. But not in the way that you think. Aside from the mains themselves having the same qualities as the mains that main PT Giga, the mod is outright plagiarism. Its locomotion copies the running animation of Legacy Isle Giga, and 3 of its skins are affected in this regard, with 2 of them copying the skins of Isle Giga, as well as one being ever so slightly similar to PT's Giga. I don't mean to outright despise the people that worked on this mod and put their time and effort in this creation, but dare I say it, this is just an outright shameful display. People slept on Divine Beast Dino, but their Giganotosaurus is showing their practices with flying colors. Don't play as this thing.
If you play Kelenken, you strive for efficiency and power. You seek to move above the previous kings, Styracosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and Suchomimus. And you have found your vessel. Shoo.
All will fear the Thunderbird.
One of my most requested prehistoric animals in any form of prehistoric media, the Gorgonopsid. I was actually lucky enough to gain early access to check out the Transevia, and aside from having somewhat mid animations, I think it's a solid small carnivore. Unfortunately, the players seem to be the overly aggressive type, and unlike the Kelenken players, they seem to kill just about anything that's in their way. The other kind of mains are, well, you know.
If you play the Torvosaurus, you're probably cool, but you're also aware that this thing tends to be really strong. Like, too strong. If you choose Citipati as your main, at this point you are either just there to make jokes and japes and run off with people's kids, or take a motherly role in the herd. You typically stay very close to the big guys, but occasionally like to play with the youngest members of the group, until your antics get you and the babies eaten. And then your herd hates you.
You know, Gigamandra's a really strange little bastard, isn't he? He's part platypus, part great Roggy, part whatever the heck else is in that thing. He's a really weird guy, but we like him. And if you play as this guy, yeah, I'd say you're pretty off the hook. You're not afraid to rush into battle, heal your allies, and then get your hands dirty at the same time. So yeah, Gigamandra mains, all 5 of you, I think you're pretty okay. Oh hey, I actually have to be nice to Divine Beasts for a change. Oh well, at least Divine Beast Acrocanthosaurus is a major improvement over the first one. And chances are, if you do main this guy, there's a good chance that you feel pretty much the same about it. You're happy that there's another good-looking Acro that isn't the Absentia one. And you're also happy that you have a Divine Beast mod that is actually relatively balanced. Crazier things have happened.
If your main is the Maib, you're probably just as loud as it is. Like, why does it scream? There is no reason it should scream. And there is no reason you should be screaming. You lost. Take the L. Regrow. Fight somebody else. You look like a demo knight rushing a pyro on a ledge.
So, the Golugore got a remake, huh? I only asked because there's honestly not that many that come around on the servers anymore, and I fail to understand why. Well, I guess aside from Hunger Down not working, but anyway, while they're still cool to look at and fun to play as, there's something that's unfortunately pretty common with the Golugores that are still around. The few Golugores that are still around only act as the guard dogs for the big megapacks that roam around Grand Plains, and it is not fun for anyone.
If you main this animal, you have a deep love and appreciation for wyverns and dragons, especially where they cross over with dinosaurs in media. And you really just want to enjoy being this fire-breathing beast amongst mortal creatures. Unfortunately, your massive wings means you are constantly food for everyone if you so much as look at the ground funny.
If you decide to pick the Velociraptor as your main in this game, then there is a good chance that you are very lazy. You can't do too much as this thing, so you expect everything to be dealt with just a few basic attacks. And it is abundantly clear that you only pick this thing just to chill out on rivers, and hang out with a huge-ass megapack, and just sit there and provide a debuff for things that are not in your group. So I mean, overall, it's a cool creature. That doesn't mean I have to like the people that plays it, though.
The PT Rex is the pinnacle of Apex mod design. If you play this dinosaur, you are either the coolest player in the server, genuinely really skilled, and kinda terrifying, or you're a child who saw a better looking T-Rex, clicked on it, and get really mad when you die to the Giganotosaurus that you are convinced you should have been able to face tank. Oh, and Ceratosaurus is waiting for you over there. Good luck.